Yo, what's good, y'all? In today's video, I got the How to Make a Battlegrounds game. I believe this is part 7 to the series. This video will cover a movement system as well as a blocking system. Movement is walking slash running, custom walking slash running animations, sound effects while you're walking, and oh, dash system, which will include a front hit. Like, a lot of people have been asking for a long time. I did it for my I made a Battlegrounds video. Thank you for all the love and support you guys showed on that video, by the way. So a dash system as well as a block system and stuff. I'm really just taking stuff from that video because I pretty much finalized the Battlegrounds game, and I'll be integrating it over here and then showing you guys how to add everything and stuff. So yeah, let's go ahead and get straight into it. Okay, so the first things first, I guess we'll just talk animations. Okay, so you'll notice inside of my character one folder, right, I've added a few animations. I'll go ahead and highlight all of them. So we have the S dash, I'm pretty sure walk was already there, but we have the dash animations, right? We have all of our dash animations. Wait, oh yeah, sorry. Dash animations, block animation, and a flinch animation. So just explaining, I mean, you guys can already tell. The dash animations is for the directions. So A, D, left, right, forward. Oh wait, no, sorry. Backwards, forwards. Yeah, right. So each animation is just the letter, for the keybind you have to press to go in that direction, and then just dash animation. So you're just gonna add those to the animation folder and add them to the specific character. Now, I'm pretty sure all characters would have the same dash animations. I wouldn't really see why you would do it differently. Well, I guess maybe if like the only difference I can see is the forward dash. Like I can see if like the forward dash, like if you had a weapon, you would want to swing it rather than like move your fist. So yeah, that's the only way. But anyway, we have a block animation. That's straightforward block. Like it's just you hold F, that plays, and then we have a flinch animation, which is like every time you get punched. Instead, every time you get hit, then you flinch and stuff. You don't get knocked back. You just flinch and stuff. Like knockback obviously has its own animation. And yeah, so these are the animations I added. Again, I get all my animation from the toolbox. I don't make any of these. You guys have to use your own animation ID. You guys can't use the ones I use. So you just go to the toolbox and you'll find them. That's literally what I did. But yeah, so you're gonna put all those inside of character one. And then once you're done there, we can continue. We continue on from there. So then there's also a few things with sound effects. So I got a dash sound. This is the sound. We need dash. Then I got a footstep sound, and then it's just looped. So you would just go to the toolbox, go to audio, find like a walking sound, footsteps, whatever. And what you would want to do is you would make sure it's looped. That's what you want to do. You want to make sure it's looped, and obviously make sure it's not too loud. You want it to be something playing in the background, not like sounding like an explosion, right? And then that's it for the sound effects. So yeah, we're good to go ahead and get straight into the what's it called, the scripting. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up the local core script. We'll start here, move to the core server script. We will not be modifying the leader stats, just the other three. So we're on a local script, right? First thing I'm gonna do here is create a variable up here. I'm gonna get the sound service. So I'm gonna say local ss is equal to game get service sound service, right? Then I'm gonna scroll it down a little bit, but really not too far, honestly. Let me see. Yeah, right here actually. Yeah, right there. So we're gonna go right here, right? We're gonna go right before the UIS input function and stuff, and we're going to create two variables. First will be can dash. I also want to clarify something for people who have like my regular dash system from like my other videos and stuff. Know that I made the dash system, like the dash system I use in the I made a Battlegrounds video and the one I'm about to make right now, it's different and stuff. Cause I'm stupid and I didn't realize there was a function for like when a person walks, which would have saved me a ton of time. So we're gonna have can dash, right? This is simply just for the cooldown. So can dash by default will be equal to true because you're able to dash. When you load it and everything. And then we're gonna create a variable for the dash direction, so we know what direction it's trying to go in. So dash direction is equal to just there's nothing. So just empty string, and then we're gonna scroll down just a little bit, right? We're gonna go. I believe it's after the. Or is it? No, it's before the M1. Yeah, so it's before the M1. So we're going to go right here because it is a keybind. So we're going to click this arrow right here, right? The ultimate statement. We're going to go right here. And we're going to say else if input dot key code is equal to enum dot key code w. We're literally just going to go for all the different directions. So, and then you guys can just copy and paste what we just did. So Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V, we need to do that, so there's 4. So yeah, that's enough. So then I'll press enter, and then that'll give me a then, and then now we just go and change it. So let me get rid of that space. So WASD, so boom, S, and then lastly D. So, oh, wait, I just realized if inputs or, oh, okay, so or is equal to D. Okay, there we go. Right. So once you have that, you're then literally you're gonna put for the statement is dash direction is equal to, I believe it was input, yeah, input key code, not type input key code dot name, right? And then I'm gonna throw another else if statement, but like, yeah, within this, yeah, so just a different one. So I'm gonna say else if inputs, it's gonna be a pretty long one too, just similar to the one we just did. So input.keycode is equal to nm.keycode.q. So this is for when you're trying to dash. So you would set whatever this keybind right here is to your dash keybind. Most games usually do q, so it would make sense that you do q as well. So I'm gonna say and player.character.is running dot value is equal to true because we need to make sure that they're running and stuff. So for this, obviously, we're gonna create some on the server side when we get to the server script, and then you're gonna say and dash direction is nil equal to nothing, because obviously it would make no sense to try to dash if there's no like direction you're trying to go in. And of course, we want to make sure that can dash is equal to true so that they're able to dash. So once that's all done, that's all said and done, we're then going to fire the remote event, core event, fire server, quotation marks, the name of the event will be dash. Then we're going to send over the dash direction. Then after firing the remote event, we're going to set can dash equal to false. This would be our cooldown. So test that wait 2.5 seconds. So 2.5 seconds, but you guys can set this to whatever you want to. I'll probably switch this to a server side cooldown in the future, but for now, we'll just leave it like this. So can dash is then equal to true after 2.5 seconds, right? And then I'm going to add one last else if statement. Both of those were for the dash system. This is for the blocking. So we're going to say else if input key code is equal to nm.keycode. Now, you guys already know what keybind I'm going to go with. F, of course, most games usually F is the blocking keybind. But again, go with whatever you want. It's up to y'all. So what I'm going to say, I'm just going to fire the remote event, core event, fire server, in quotation marks, block. Then you're going to put the block type. So this is start. Obviously, when you release the F key, which we're about to make real quick, we're about to make that function. When you release the F key, then obviously it'll be, the name of the event will be block, and then the block type will be end, because you want to stop blocking. So then I'm going to set up another function in between the on-client event and the UIS function. So I'm going to say UIS, this is input ended this time. So input ended connect function, in parentheses, put input, comma, processed. Enter, you're then going to say if input dot user input type is equal to nm, oh, then I'm going to do that. nm.user input type keyboard and not processed. Enter. And then you're going to say if input dot keycode is equal to nm.keycode, and then whatever you put for your blocking keybind. So for me, that would be F. And then you could really just copy and paste this part. So Control C, Control V, and then you're just gonna rename start to end. So you'll just change that. Not rename, it's just a change, but yeah. Then we're gonna scroll down a little to the ultimate bar, the on server event, the ultimate bar thing. I'm trying to remember which one. So it's right above. Okay, so it's right above. Okay, so right here. So I think it's after this. Yeah, it's after the size. So right here. So we're gonna go to the hotbar update event on the client, right? Then I'm gonna set up the function. I'm gonna say player.character.is running. Remember, this event will be 5 when the player has pretty much loaded into the game. So that is running dot changed connect function. So we'll know if the player either started running or stopped running. This is to control the sound effects, because obviously we want to play the walking / running sound effects on the client side, not the server side. It would make sense for like one person to walk while everyone else is standing still, and yet everyone can hear them walking. Like, you know, like if I'm saying if like you're standing far away from them. So we're gonna say if status. Oh, sorry, I forgot. We're gonna put status in the parentheses. So this is, you know, how we know what they're doing, if they're running or they stopped running. So we're gonna say if status is equal to true, which means they are running. If they are running, we're gonna say ss.footsteps play. Remember, make sure that the sound is looped and make sure it's not too loud. Then we're gonna say else if status is equal to false, which means they're no longer running. We're gonna say ss.footsteps stop, right? And then boom. that's it for that function. And then the great thing is that's literally it for, oh, sorry, that's not it. We have one more thing. I wait. I feel like do I want to cover this? Because would it really make sense to? Okay, I was gonna cover cooldowns, but then I'm like, I didn't cover that part with this. Yeah, I'm gonna do the skills revamp with the cooldowns. Yeah, I'm gonna do that in another video. So I'll save that. I was planning to do that, but yeah, I'll save that. So we can actually move on since I'm not gonna cover that. We're gonna move on to the server script. Wait, do y'all see what's going on here? Oh, okay, it was just glitch. I was so confused. I'm like, why is it showing me like a on client even though we're on a server script? But anyway, so we're gonna go to the server script, right? So for this, we're going to line 40. So we're gonna scroll up a little bit. So right here, you guys remember this whole thing with the IDs and everything. So it came to my attention when I was making the Battlegrounds game for the video and stuff that in games, every character has like their own, or not every character. Let me phrase that. Every Battlegrounds game has their own custom walk animation. Like no one has like the default Roblox walking around, or at least most don't, I should say. So obviously each character would have its own, right? Obviously some weapon characters might have like a different idle animation and maybe a different run animation, but generally speaking, that they should all have like the same thing. But we're gonna go based off of the character. Hence why that's why we have an animation folder where you actually put the animations into each character, right? So what I'm gonna do is we're going to change this. We're not just going to set animation just because a player has a weapon. We're also going to set animations. We're changing the default animations to match anything they have because everyone should have their own custom animation and stuff. So even if you want to keep the Roblox default one, I wouldn't really understand why you'd want to. But even if you wanted to, all you would have to do is just get the Roblox default animation from just by pressing play, go to the animate script, and then just get that ID and just paste it in there for the walk. And where is it? Yeah, walk and. Look, I'm missing. Aren't I missing run? I just realized I'm missing run. Or oh wait, no, I only need walk. Yeah, but the point is, yeah, you would get that for the walking one. Yeah, I just need walk and idle. So yeah, so here's what we're gonna do, right? I'm going to. I'm trying to remember what did I do with the if statement because it was. Oh, okay, I remember now. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna copy and paste this, right? We're gonna copy and paste this part, right? And then you're gonna delete it. So select the Control-C. You're going to go in between the for IV and pairs loop and the if statement. Then you're going to paste it, right? So it's going to be on the outside, right? You're going to paste it, and then you're not changing any of this, though, because it's still just going to set the ID based. It's going to set their animations based off of whatever their character ID has in the animation folder. We're then going to create a function. We're going to say player, that character, since we just created a new character, that humanoid, that running. I didn't even realize this function existed. I'm kind of mad. Actually, no, I knew this function existed before, but it never occurred to me to actually like use it. I don't think I've used this before. So we're gonna say running connect function close parentheses enter. What you're gonna say is if I keep forgetting to put in the parentheses. In the parentheses, you're gonna put speed. It's gonna have whatever the player speed is. So you're gonna say if speed is greater than 0, which means they're obviously running. You're gonna set the value. So player.character that is running that value is equal to true. I decided to do it like this instead of having like this function fire to the client because I feel like that would be too much. Like firing a remote event every time a player walks would be kind of crazy in my opinion. So I'm just gonna say else, right? I'm gonna say else, and then this means that they stopped running. So just the opposite. So player.character that is running that value is equal to false, right? That's simple. We're done with that function. Then I have the player.character added function, which I'm literally just gonna do this, right? I'm trying to think. What did I do for this? Oh, okay, so I left this the same. Okay, so I'm actually gonna copy this function, right? We're gonna copy this function. So line 65 to 76 may be a little different for y'all, considering spacing. So you're just gonna paste that right between the if statement and the function we just made, right? So you're gonna paste this, boom. You're gonna delete the if statement. We don't need that. We don't need the remote event portion nor the weapon portion. This is simply just for fixing. This is simply just for fixing or not fixing, setting animations. So you're just going to set the animations, right? Then after that, we get into the if statement. So I don't believe I made too many changes with the if statement. So with the player.character added function, I left the if statement. We have the core events. I removed the weapon portion. Yeah, oh yeah, I did remove the weapon portion. That was just because I didn't have a character that had a weapon and stuff. So I just left, yeah, I kind of left it down here. So we could delete this and stuff. Sorry if I'm not really making sense. I'm kind of like remembering as I go because it's like I added stuff and I changed things from what I originally had before, like all the stuff we've all worked on and stuff. So you guys can leave the weapon stuff, all that stuff, the weapon two, and then we just left the core event, and then boom, just like that. We are done with that portion. So that was really the most confusing part. Now we actually get into creating new stuff. Editing stuff is where things get confusing. Now we're gonna get into a new event, which is the dash event. This is gonna be a lot to type in my opinion. Oh, so let me make sure I get the right one. So right here. So we're looking for the event type ultimate, right? Enter. Else if event type is equal to quotation marks dash. Let me just double check real quick. I'm good. Thanks for already at 15. Well, actually, no, I don't think this video will be too long. Yeah, I don't think this video will be too long, but anyway. So I'm gonna create a variable, right? I'm gonna say it's gonna be called local combat status table is equal to special brackets and quotation marks. You're gonna have cutscene, comma, quotation marks, attacked, comma, quotation marks, attacking. So I'm introducing the combat status system. If you watch that video, you'll pretty much understand how this is. So combat status system and stuff, right? Brief explanation. You guys know when you're playing a Battlegrounds game, how depending on what you're doing will depend on whether or not you can be attacked and stuff. So for example, if you're punching somebody, right? Somebody can come over and interrupt that. Like they can start punching you and stuff. Like if their friend saw them getting hit, they could come over and punch you. However, if you did like an attack where like you were throwing like rapid punches, like a rapid barrage or something like that, they couldn't interrupt your attack. Or like if you were, I don't know, using a domain expansion or something, people can come up and just, hit you. That's what a combat status system is for. So in here, you guys will put whatever statuses you guys are gonna have. We're gonna add the status system in the future, but this is the statuses that you would have that you wouldn't want to interrupt and stuff. What that means is like if I'm attacking somebody, if I'm in a cutscene, or if I'm being attacked, I shouldn't be able to dash around. So that's why we're checking. That's why this table is created. That's what we're gonna say if table that find combat status table, comma, and then you're gonna say character that combat status that value enter return, right? But simply we shouldn't be allowed to dash if that's the case. So now for the dash system. So first let's create a variable for the dash direction. So that was sent to us via the client side. So dash direction is equal to argument number 1, right? Then let's create a variable for the attachment. So local attachment is equal to instance.new attachment, comma, and then I'm gonna say character dot humanoid root part enter. Then create the linear velocity. Linear velocity is equal to instance.new quotation marks. Of course, we have linear velocity. Parent this to the attachment, and then we're gonna create the part. So local part is equal to instance.new quotation marks part. And then of course we're going to parent set part to the workspace. That's some properties for the part. So of course part going to be anchored. Of course transparency will be set to 1, and lastly can collide is set to false. We don't even want players to know it's there. It exists. Then I'm going to create a variable but not assign it a value. It's going to be called multiplier, right? So the multiplier value will be based on whatever direction that the player is trying to dash towards, right? So I'm going to set up an if statement that it's going to check what direction they're trying to go in based off, what we sent, what keybind they pressed. And then based off that direction, it's going to assign the part a C frame, and that's how I'll know what direction we need to send the player in. So I'm going to say if dash direction is equal to W, which means trying to go forward. So quotation marks W, enter, right? What you're going to say is multiplier, multiplier, right? Is equal to cframe.new in parentheses -1, -1, -20. Okay, that's how we go forward. You guys can mess around with these numbers, by the way, to get your desired result. If you want them to go back further, if you want them to move, or sorry, I should say move further because this is not back. If you want them to move, further, move, I don't know, not as far and stuff, you guys can play around with these numbers. So for this in particular if statement, we're going to add a delay. For the other three, for the else if statements, we're not going to do this. This is simply because W is special, because when you try to dash while going forward, we're gonna have a hit where you're able to hit someone. Stuff like you dash going forward and you're able to punch someone, right? So simply just gonna say delay 0.5 seconds function. You're gonna create a function, and then we're gonna go here, enter, right? And then I'm gonna say combat module dot front dash. We obviously haven't created this yet, so you're then just going to say parentheses and then send over the player, right? And then we're going to create that function module script when we're done here. Then I'm going to set up the else if statement. So else if dash direction is equal to, for this one it'll be a, which means it's going to go to the left. So enter, and then you'll do the same thing. We could really just copy and paste Control C, Control V, and then wait, I'm kind of confused. Why did Oh, I just realized. Oh, my bad. Okay, here. So if you guys realize my mistake, I did that by mistake. Didn't mean to do that. I pressed enter the wrong place. So boom, there we go. Okay. So we have the multiplier right here, right? So then I'm just gonna copy and paste this. So Control C, Control V, and Control V, and then just know we do have to change this. So this is of course S and D, and then we gotta change the values. So for this, for A, it's a -20, then -1, -1. For D is the opposite of D is literally the opposite of A, so it's just +20 and then -1, -1, and then for this one is +20. Oh, not 120, +20, -1, and -1, and then we're done there. So we're gonna go after this if statement. Then we're gonna create the animation track so that we have a dash animation. So local at is equal to character dot humanoid dot animator. Oh, animator load animation. In parentheses, you're going to say animation folder, right? You're gonna say regular bracket player dot current character dot value, so you can get the specific dash animations for that specific character. So if you want them all to have the same, then literally just duplicate all the animations and just put them into each character folder. Like that's all you would have to do. So dot value, and then you're gonna create another regular bracket so then we can search this specific animation folder, and you're gonna simply just say you're searching for dash direction. That's why naming is important. Dot quotation marks dash direction, because you guys see the naming thing. We have the dash direction, then the two words dash. Oh, sorry, not dash direction. Sorry, dash direction. We have the dash direction, then dash animation. I'm glad I caught that, but yeah, dash animation, right? And then after, of course, we're going to play the animation track. So play. And then of course we're going to play the dash sound effect. So ss.dash play, right? Then I'm gonna set the part C frame. So part dot C frame is equal to character. It'll obviously be based off the character's humanoid root part C frame. So character dot humanoid root part dot C frame times the multiplier, right? Then after that, we're gonna set some properties with the linear velocity, and we're almost done. We're gonna say linear velocity dot max force. You guys already know the drill. Is equal to 5 nines 1 2 3 4 5. Then linear velocity dot vector velocity equal to, in parentheses, you're going to say part dot position minus character dot humanoid root part dot position, go on the outside of the parentheses dot unit. Then you're going to say times vector 3 dot new 100 comma 0 comma 100, right? Then after, you're going to say linear velocity dot attachment 0 is equal to attachment, right? And then lastly, you're going to say ds. Oh, sorry. Lastly, you're going to say ds. Oh, I forgot to do that. We actually need to get the debris service. So you're going to scroll all the way to the top, and then just like we got the marketplace service and the sound service, we're going to need the debris service. So local ds is equal to game get service, quotation marks debris. I really don't think this is a service because it doesn't have the word, service. I've just been calling it that for a long time, but we're just going to stick with that. So then, where is it? Oh, here. So I'm going to say right here, ds add item. You're going to throw the attachment in there, and then of course it's going to be after 0.1 second 0.1 seconds, right? And then after that, we're going to throw an else if there. We're going to say else if event type. We're moving on to the next event. This is for blocking. So blocking, in my opinion, it's way simpler. Like it's very simple. So we're going to create a variable for the block type, of course. So if either it's starting or ending. So arg1 is equal to arg1. Then you're going to say comment module. We're going to create this function when we move on to the module script. So you're going to say dot block, then in parentheses you're sending over the player and of course the block type, so the module script knows what to do with the information we just sent over, right? And then boom, great news, that's it for the server script. Now just to move on to the local script. The module script to handle the forward dashing and what was the other thing? It is so weird seeing it like this in the actual video. This was like, it's like 700 lines of code. Anyway, we're gonna add a function for forward dashing and blocking. and then we'll be done. The next video will probably cover the cooldown system, so the revamped skill system, and then probably the revamped M1 system. Well, it's not really that different, but it's a little different. But yeah, so I'm gonna add a function. I'm gonna go between the M1 function and the first character function. So creating the first one, this is gonna be the front dash. So we're gonna say combat module dot front dash. That is what I called on, right? Let me see. Okay, yeah. So the front dash is equal to function in parentheses by PLR, which is short for the player, or not PLR, sorry, player. I actually used player for this one. So yeah, then press enter. We're gonna create a variable for the player's character, of course. So character is equal to player dot character, right? Then I'm gonna say ss.m1. So you're gonna find your M1 sound effect and stuff, right? So I just realized we didn't. Oh, what's that swing? Oh, this is supposed to be M1. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. So I'm gonna rename this to, you guys don't have to do this, but you can. But yeah, I would rename this to M1 and stuff. So I'll just change that there. I actually forgot to do that, but yeah. So I'm just gonna say ss.m1, or you could leave it the same name. You don't have to change it. But yeah, just reference whatever your M1 sound is. Play that sound. And you're gonna set the character's combat status. Here's where the combat status system comes into play. But again, we're really setting it up like in the next video. So a combat status dot value is equal to attacking, in quotation marks, attacking. It's very important that you make sure you spell it like, the same every time. Like, don't do like lowercase a sometimes, capital A other times. Like, it's important because you need it to match. But yeah, so we'll be doing the attacking because technically, you're dashing forward and you're throwing the punch. Then we're gonna use raycasting to, of course, see if there's an enemy in front of us. So we're gonna create a variable for the local start position. So it's equal to character dot humanoid root part dot hitbox dot position. Then as for the direction, we're gonna say local direction is equal to character dot humanoid root part dot hitbox dot c-frame dot look vector. Then create a variable for the raycast parameters. So raycast params is equal to raycast params dot new, close parentheses, enter. Raycast params dot filter type is equal to enum dot raycast filter type dot exclude. Raycast params dot filter descendant instances is equal to special brackets character. Then you're gonna say get descendants, close parentheses, right? Then after that, you're gonna set up the array. Local array is equal to workspace raycast, right? Double start position in there. So start position, comma, direction, and raycast params. For the first time, I'm actually not forgetting. So for direction, remember we got to multiply it by something. So this, I recommend doing a pretty big number, because remember, you're not looking for, it's not like normal where, like, you guys see how up here we have it just times 5. Times 5, the reason is because when you're doing M1, you obviously are looking for someone standing like right in front of you. This, we're looking for someone that's actually standing, like a good distance in front of us. So since we are dashing, we are moving towards them. And then, okay, I'm good. So I'm gonna set up an if statement. So first, it's a long one. So if ray, make sure of course the ray, the ray works and everything, like the ray was fired, I should say. So if ray and ray.instance, which means, made contact with an instance, an object of sorts, then ray.instance.name is equal to quotation marks hitbox. So it made contact with somebody's hitbox. And lastly, ray.instance.parent.combat status, because remember the combat status the value is what's it called? It's inside of the player's character, right? So we're gonna say that value is equal to just quotation marks. So they're not being attacked, they're not attacking, and they're not in no type of cutscene or anything. Then create a variable for the enemy character. So enemy character, same thing as what we just did. You can really copy and paste this. So go all the way up to the second parent, Control C, enter, Control V. Boom, right? That's our enemy character. Then we're gonna set the enemy character's combat status value to combat status dot value is equal to attacked, because they're being attacked. Then I'm gonna set up a for IV impairs loop. This is to show, this is a damage effect. If you don't want to include damage effect, like their body's gonna be red for a second. On top of flinched animation, you can skip this if you want. But yeah, I'm gonna say for comma v impairs, right? I'm gonna say enemy character gets children, enter, right? So yeah, and yeah, it's the right one. So enemy character, make sure you do enemy character and not regular character. You're gonna say if V is a mesh part. If your game is just R15, then you could just do mesh part. If it's just R6, then you could do regular part. But yeah, I'm gonna just do it for the sake of the video. I'm gonna just do mesh part and regular part. It's just to account for both. So if V is mesh part or is a regular part, right? Press wait, yeah, that was it, yeah. And then if V find first child, highlight, if it finds a highlight, it's going to destroy it and stuff, just to be on the safe side, so that we don't have like too many highlights at one time and stuff. So like if someone was to dash, hit a person, then another person dashed at like the same time, and they hit them like, or like if they were to do it, like someone wants to do it like a second after someone else. So yeah, once we destroy it, we're then going to create a new one. So local highlight is equal to instance that new quotation marks highlight. You're going to parent this to, you know, whatever body part, so V, and then you're going to say highlight dot adorny is equal to V highlight dot fill color is of course equal to red, so color 3 dot new 1 comma 0 comma 0. Right, moving on, we're going to say highlight dot fill transparency is equal to 0.5, so you can still see the player's body. Then highlight that outline color. I believe I left this as white, so color 3 dot new 255 across the board. So boom, boom. So outline color is white. And then you're going to skip 2 ends to go after the for IV in pairs loop. And then you're going to set up the animation track for the enemy to flinch. So you can really just save yourself some time and just copy and paste the AT part. So go up here, copy and paste this AT part. So, oh, we could also add this while we're here one time. We could just say dot animator, because that's, you know, that's what we're supposed to do now. So you could just copy that, Control C, scroll down, Control V, right? So this is the enemy AT, so you could just rename this to enemy AT. Control C, Control V. Definitely make sure you switch this out. So this is enemy character now. Humanoid animator. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna switch this from player.current character to enemy.current character. Yeah, enemy character.current character, yes. And then here we have the, oh yeah, I forgot, we don't need all that. We're looking for, so you could delete the M1 portion, because obviously we're not looking for an M1. What we are looking for is the flinch animation. So it should just be, you don't even need the brackets, you could just say dot flinch stuff, right? Once we find the specific, or then once we find the specific enemy characters folder, then it's just we're looking for anything called flinch, right? And then after that, I'm going to play the hit sound and stuff. I don't think I'm gonna. Yeah, I didn't transfer that. We'll just go to. So here, we're just gonna find one. So you're gonna go to the toolbox, find a hit sound. Like, yeah, there we go, perfect. So, I think that's actually the sound. So you're just gonna go find a hit sound. Like, literally, when I find sounds, it's that simple. That's all you guys gotta do to find one. So I'm gonna just put M1 and parentheses put hit, right? Parent this to the sound service, and then yeah, we're just gonna go ss.m1 hit play, right? And then we're gonna say enemy character. We're gonna reduce their health, and humanoid that health. Obviously, this isn't supposed to do too much damage. I'm gonna say less than equal to 5. Take away 5 of their health. Then we're gonna set up, or I mean, yeah, we can set this up because kills. I did set up kills. Hold on, let me see. We set up kills. So we go ahead and do it like this. Okay. So we're gonna say if enemy character, we're gonna see if they're dead. So that humanoid dot health is less than 0. So if they're dead, we're gonna say player dot leader stats dot kills dot value is plus equal to 1, and then we're gonna set their thing. We're gonna set their status, the enemy character status. So enemy character dot combat status dot value is equal to, in quotation marks, dead. So because obviously we wouldn't want an enemy in it. Like, even though for my game they respawn instantly, most Battleground games they usually just they let you sit there on the ground for a few seconds before you respawn. You obviously wouldn't want them to be able to use abilities while they're supposedly supposed to be dead, right? So then I'm gonna set up a for IV in pairs. So I want to say I'm honestly wondering if it's worth. I mean, yeah, we could copy and paste the for IV and paste up here. Control C, Control V, but we really don't need most of it. Like, you can delete the if statement. We don't need that. As for this, you're just gonna say you're setting the highlights variables value is equal to v dot highlight, and then after that, literally we're just setting up between and then using the debris server. So we could just destroy all this. and then we can set the tween. So local highlight tween, right, is equal to t. Oh, did I not get the tween? Okay, we also got to get the tween service. I forgot to mention. Let's go ahead and get that up here. So local ts is equal to game service tween service. Boom, just add that right under the sound service. Simple as that. Then we're gonna come down here. We're gonna say ts create. Obviously, the instance is going to be the highlights, comma for the duration. I went with 0.3 seconds, but it's up to you guys. So 0.3 seconds, comma enum dot easing style dot linear, then comma enum dot easing direction, and then in, right, and then I'm going to, of course, put a wait. I just realized I'm doing this wrong. I just realized I'm doing this wrong. Bro, I forgot the tween info. Okay, so you're just gonna go before the duration. Say tween info. I'm sorry guys, it's 1 in the morning, but anyway. Tween info dot new, right? And then you're just gonna copy, literally just gonna copy and paste what we did. We did it right, just we forgot to put it inside of inside of the tween info. Then put a comma in between the parentheses, alright? And then we're simply just gonna create a table. So special brackets, and then I'm gonna set the transparency. So fill transparency is equal to 1 and outline transparency is equal to 1. All right. And then boom, after that, we're going to play said tween, highlight tween, play, and then use the debris service to destroy the, and I didn't get that either. Are you kidding me? Dang, I didn't get a lot of stuff. Well, great thing, we can head on over to the server, the server version of the core script. Copy and paste the ds variable, drop it at the top, and then now we can just use it. So ds add item, right? Highlight and destroy it after 1 second, right? And then we're going to, after the ds, after we destroy it, we're going to skip 2 ends, and then we're going to set the enemy character's combat status back to normal. So combat status dot value is set to just blank quotation marks, and then I'm gonna fire the remote event core event fire server in quotation marks. We're gonna fire it to the player first, and then ultimate bar because they hit them, so we want the ultimate bar to increase, right? Then we're gonna skip one of the ends, and then I'm gonna set up a delay function. So 1 second function, close parentheses, enter, and then you're just gonna set the character's combat status back to normal. So combat status value is set to nothing, just like we did with the enemy character. And then just like that, guys, we are almost done. It's just all like the front dash was really just a long thing. Now we just set up blocking, and I promise blocking is, how many lines is this? 161, 2. It's literally 20 lines. It's literally 20 lines of code. This will be simple. So we'll set up the function. So go after. So we're gonna go after. Make sure you are out of the front dash function. We're going to say combat module dot block is equal to function in parentheses. Put player comma block. Type enter. So you're gonna create a variable for the player's character, of course. Character is equal to player dot character. You already know, same thing with the if statement. So if table.find, we also got to create this. We got to create it at the top, or really just copy and paste. So go find that combat status table that we had created on the server script, or was it the local script? I honestly can't recall. Wait, where did I just realized, where did I put that? Y'all remember the combat status table we created? Where did we put that? I'm trying to recall. Where did we put that? Where did I combat status? Yeah, where did I put that? Oh, yeah, I put it here. Oh, okay. So for the combat status table, we have it here, right? So in all honesty, actually, what you guys could actually do, you could really copy this, right? Copy this, and this is actually probably better and stuff, honestly. Better thing to probably do would be to just create it at the top of the script, because there's no reason to create it every single time, because then like it's just a waste and stuff, even though it's not really doing that much. But yeah, so go over here to the module script, paste it at the top, boom. We have our combat status table. Then we're just gonna check to see where is it there. So if table find, again, I apologize for being all over the place. I was trying to find what I changed, and I didn't keep track of it because it was I literally added like an additional 1,000 lines, so I wasn't able to keep track of everything I changed. So if table.find combat status table, comma character.combat status.value, right? And then you're gonna say and character.combat status value is nil equal to block, enter, then return, right? It's obviously what's it called? Oh, I forgot a quotation mark. It's obviously you wouldn't want you wouldn't want someone to try to block while like they're already blocking. Then we're missing an end right here, so I'm gonna throw the end right there and then delete that. So we're missing end. We're missing the then and the end. So yeah. So then after the if statement, right, you're then going to create a variable for the animation track. We're not going to set its value yet because its value is going to be obviously based off of, or not based off. It's going well, yeah. It's actually going to be based off of if we're creating an animation track, right? And we also need to set up a function so that we can stop the animation if need be. So what I'm gonna say is, wait, if block type is equal to end the character. Yeah, I just realized why didn't I? Oh yeah, never mind. I get it. That makes sense now. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Right, I'm gonna say set up an if statement. So if block type is equal, I was thinking of like doing it a different way, and then I remembered why I didn't do it like that. So if block type is equal to start, right, I'm gonna say character dot combat status dot value is equal to block. They're not blocking, right? So then we're gonna set the value. We're gonna set the animation text value. So at is equal to, you guys already know, blah blah blah. Character dot humanoid dot animator load animation parentheses. And then you're gonna say animation folder regular bracket player dot current character dot value. Go after the regular brackets, then you're gonna get the block animation, which you should have inside of your animation folder. Then after that, you're gonna say at play, right? Make sure it's an idle animation and not like an action animation. So then after that, you're gonna set up a function. You're gonna say character at combat status dot changed connect, in parentheses put function, enter, right, close parentheses. Then you're gonna stop the animation track. The reason for this is that the only reason that this animation will be playing is if the value is equal to block. So if it changes, which means it's no longer block, then the animation needs to stop because that means the player is no longer blocking. And then literally, guys, the last thing we have to do is the last thing. Just type else if afterwards. That's if block type is equal to quotation marks end enter. All you're gonna do is say character that combat status that value is equal to blank quotation marks, and then that is it, guys. We can go ahead and test to make sure this works. As always, if you guys want access to any one of my scripts models, you guys can become either a channel member or a Discord subscriber. Link to either one of those options can be found in the description, as always, and stuff. So is running is not. Does it not exist? I'm so stupid. I just realized that value was created on the leader stat script. I thought I didn't. Okay, well, now we're gonna just. I'm sorry again, guys. I apologize, but yeah, I had forgotten that. Of course, I didn't obviously have that before. So you could copy and paste any one of these. So Control C, Control V. Rename it to is running. I forgot that is a whole leader stat. Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V. It's not really a biggie. Oh, sorry. This is so for the value is actually supposed to be by default false. It's supposed to be a bool value parented to the, not the players, but parented to the player's character. Oh yeah, here. Okay, so copy that right here. It's supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be just like how the combat status and attack number values work, and then parent this to the character. This is exactly how it's supposed to be, just like this. So yeah, we're gonna parent that is running false. Okay, so now let's see. Okay, right. So you guys see when I walk, I don't know, I'm pretty sure it's low, but I feel like you guys can hear that. When I walk, you hear the sound. When I stop, okay. Now for dashing, humanoid. Okay, so make sure you guys spelled everything correctly. Again, I type fast. Plus, I try to go as quick as possible while also explaining. So just make sure you spelled humanoid correctly on that line. Let's see. Animate to end. Okay, seems I made a couple mistakes. Okay, so back to the server script. There's no way that is the same line. There's no way it's the same line. Okay, so we're getting closer. There we go. So obviously the animation's obviously for it, like a person that doesn't have a weapon. It's for a non-weapon character, but you guys see. I can dash forward, vector the expected guide number. Vector the expected guide number. Wait, huh? Multiplier is equal to C frame. Vector expected got number. Wait, I'm confused. That was supposed to be yeah, C frame, yeah, that doesn't make sense. C frame dot new 20 -1 multiplier is equal to, and then that C frame times multiplier. What? I'm confused now. Invalid argument. Number one. Oh, I see the issue. I see the issue. Okay. That's my bad. Again, it's all just simple issues. There's supposed to be a comma here. I must have accidentally deleted the comma. I didn't realize. Okay. Now, this is why testing is important. Okay, we have our forward. And then obviously I'm on cooldown. Boom. Let's see. I can dash to the right. Dash to the left. And dash backwards. Okay, perfect. Dash system works, right? Then we have blocking. So if I press F, stuff again, the animation is meant for a person without a weapon, but you guys see I can block if I go open my character. You guys will see the combat status, which is the block. Stuff when I block and stuff, and then when I dash forward, you guys saw how it changed to attacking. The last thing would be to just test to make sure that the front dash does damage. Wait, do these rigs have? They have combat status. Okay, they have combat status, and then hopefully, in a god, they have a. Dang, they don't have hitboxes. I mean, I can just add them, but they don't have hitboxes for real. That means I have to, because I have to add them. And this is kind of, yeah, it's kind of annoying to have to add it. Okay, so I'm gonna have to add hitboxes. So if your NPCs don't have hitboxes and you want to see how to do it, I've shown it a couple times, but here. So you're just gonna play the game. You're gonna go find the hitbox inside the humanoid root part, copy it, stop testing, find the NPC, right? So find it, open up its humanoid root part, and then you want to just paste it into. So right click, paste into, boom. You have the hitbox. Now obviously set it to transparent so you can see, because obviously it's probably going to come out like this. You're going to have to move it. You're going to have to move it. So for some odd reason it's at an angle. Is that like this weird angle? I don't know what's going on here. Okay, yeah. Let me just reset it back to that. And then now all I have to do is literally all I have to, it's positioned perfectly. All I have to do is just move it down a little now. So boom, there we go. And now one of my NPCs has a hitbox, right? Perfect. So you'll probably have to adjust it for each one if we plan to put a hitbox on different ones. Okay, so I believe it was, I think it was this one, or yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember. Let me see. It's only 3, so okay, so I know it's not that one. And then what about this one? Okay, so it's this one. All right, so this one. So let's go ahead and test and make sure it works. Okay, so let's see if I dash. How strange. Nothing is happening. Let's see. It's this one, right? Yep, it's this one. It has a... Wait. Wait, huh? Oh, this is the wrong one. I might be a little stupid. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, hold on. Okay, I meant the dash forward. Hold on. Still not working. This is the right one. Wait. Guys, I know I'm not tripping. I know. Oh, are y'all seeing this right now? Where did the hitbox go? Oh, I'm dumb. Sorry guys. I forgot. I didn't weld the hitbox. I forgot. It's not welded to the human root part. That's why. I'm like, am I tripping? Now I know the hitbox was literally falling off. That's the problem. Okay, so I believe it was this one in the back. I think. Or was this one in the front? I really don't remember. There we go. Okay. This one. Okay, current character. Enemy character dot current character. Oh, I just realized that is actually dumb. I just thought about it. Okay, so obviously it's an NPC and it obviously doesn't have an actual player value, but I just realized how stupid I am actually. The current character, that value is, I believe that the current character, yeah, that's paired to the player. So here's what we're gonna do to fix that. We're just gonna create the enemy instance. So we're just gonna say enemy player, create a variable. We're gonna say is equal to game.players, find first child, enemy character dot name. That simple. And then you're just going to replace the enemy character for enemy player. That simple. Now obviously it's not going to work. Like this will not work because there is no enemy. There is no enemy what's it called? There's no enemy player for this NPC. So what we're going to do to fix this is, or just a test, we're going to use our player instance, like our regular player's instance. So let me go find There we go. You guys saw. So boom, you got how you turn red for a second, took damage, flinch animation, boom. There we go. Uh what is this with this? Fire server can be, oh my bad. Sorry. Not fire server, fire client. My bad guys. Like I said. Tired and this is just a lot. Anyway, so we're done here guys and stuff. As you guys can see, we've had the block system and the movement system. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry for it being so long. Hope you guys have been enjoying. If you haven't checked out the I Made a Battlegrounds video, definitely go check it out. Cool video, lots of people showing love to it. Thank you all so much for all that. We're on the way to 11K. I appreciate all the love and support you guys been showing the channel. I'll definitely continue the Battleground series. I feel like it's kind of wrapping up because I mean there's still a lot left to do, but it's really just like small things like a emote purchasing system and stuff like that. But yeah, so if you guys enjoyed the video, find any bugs, let me know in the comments, and yeah, see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching.